Here is a homily from St. John Chrysostom. He says, while you adorn the temple, do not despise your brother. How appropriate for us at this time. Would you honour the body of Christ? Do not despise his nakedness. Do not honour him here in church, clothed in silk vestments, and then pass him by unclothed and frozen outside. Remember that he is who said, "This is my body," and made good his words also and said, "You saw me hungry and gave me no food, and in so far as you did not to one of these, you did it not to me." In the first sense, the body of Christ does not need clothing, but worship from a pure heart. In the second sense, it does need clothing and all the care we can give it. We must learn to be discerning Christians and to honour Christ in the way in which he wants to be honoured. It is only right that honour given to anyone should be the form most acceptable to the recipient and not to the giver. Peter thought he was honouring the Lord when he tried to stop him washing his feet, but this was far from being genuine homage. To give God the honour he asked for, that is to give your money generously to the poor, God has no need of golden vessels, but of golden hearts. I am not saying you should not give golden altar vessels and so on, but I am insisting that nothing can take the place of almsgiving. The Lord will not refuse to accept the first kind of gift, but he prefers the second, and quite naturally, because in the first case only, the donor benefits. In the second case, the poor get the benefit. The gift of a chalice may be ostentatious. Almsgiving is pure benevolence. What is the use of loading Christ's table with golden cups while he himself is starving? Feed the hungry, and then, if you have any money left over, spend it on the altar table. Will you make a cup of gold and withhold a cup of water? What use is it to adorn the altar with cloth of gold hangings and deny Christ a coat for his back? What would that profit you? Tell me. If you saw someone starving and refused to give him any food, but instead spent your money on adorning the altar with gold, would he thank you? Would he not rather be outraged? Or if you saw someone in rags and stiff with cold, and then did not give him clothing, but set up golden columns in his honour, would he not say he was being made a fool of and insulted? Consider that Christ is the tramp who comes in need of a night's lodging. You would turn him away and then start laying rugs on the floor, draping the walls and hanging the lamps on silver chains and columns. Meanwhile, the tramp is locked up in prison, and you never give him a glance. Well, again, I am not condemning munificence in these matters. Make your house beautiful by all means, but also look after the poor, or rather, look after the poor first. No one was ever condemned for not adorning his house. but those who neglect the poor are threatened with hellfire and for all eternity, a life of torment with devils. Adorn your house if you will, but do not forget your brother in distress. He is a temple of infinitely greater value. There.